Hey guys, welcome back to Ash Echoes. In today's video, I want to go through the active codes that we have on global server at the moment. Now, just note, if we do get more codes, I will add them to the pinned comment of this video. I will also make other videos for you guys in case you've already been here, so you don't have to come back to it, but I'll just keep you guys posted on the codes in case we get any. Now, the two we have give us about one pull and actually some extra resources as well, which is good for saving some stamina, and they also give you some stamina. Now, I've already collected mine, so I'm just going to show you guys where to enter them and what the codes are. But if we go down here into basic, you can see the enter gift code. That's where we're going to get them. Now, the first one is going to be AE200 free. So AE200 free. And that's going to be the code. It should say already redeemed, failed to claim. It's because I've already redeemed it. Once again, it'll be in the pinned comment and in the description. And the other one is just going to be gachagaming. So pretty basic gacha gaming. Job done. Confirm. And that's how you're going to claim them. Those are the two codes we currently have active for everyone to go ahead and claim. So you can go get your free goodies. And like I said, I will keep you guys updated if we get any more. Hopefully they give us some banger ones. But honestly, the daily login stuff has been pretty decent. I don't even know how to get back to the other calendar login event. But dude, we're getting like 10 pulls every second day, which is pretty solid. So happy with that income in general. But now that we're here, I do want to show you guys what I know I said I wasn't going to reroll, but I ended up rerolling. So I want to show you guys the account, show you how it went. I've been grinding it a little bit. I'm at level 19 now. But essentially what happened was over here in the spirit dive, let's go into it. Let's take a look at this banner over here. Let's go details, history. Here we go. So what we had was, we had in our first 10 pull, we actually got a Luke off banner, which is normally not what you're really looking for, but because it was Luke, I was pretty happy with that. So then as we go up in about 40 more summons, we got the Chen. So now we are completely set on this account. I'm good with what I got. I don't really need anything else. The memory trace as well in our first 10 pull, if we go to details, we got a SSR on our third pull of the first 10 pull. Unfortunately, it was the off banner one because I do want to get this ability. I do want to get this trace. But hey, I get an off banner that early. I'm pretty happy with it. I will keep popping these on this one as we go, as I get free one. I'm not going to use my premium currency anymore. I'm just going to save onto that. And that's pretty much what I am looking at the moment. So if we bounce back out, I'll show you guys where the account is at. So obviously I got that Luke, then I summoned the Chen, and I got the Cyrus from the selector, just basically because I'm at the situation now where whatever I get from the random, it is what it is. If I get something I don't need, who cares? If I get a Laurel, that's going to be fantastic because then I can go ahead and get my Cyrus one duped if I want, or pick up another character if I want to, whichever way I want to play it. But I just picked up the Cyrus because if I do get him from the random pool, well, it's going to be a decent one anyway, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I just picked him up. We did actually hit a Fredder in our summons as well, which was fantastic. So we are pretty much set over here. Now, I have just been running this as my team, Luke, Cyrus, Chen, and Fredder. It doesn't have a tank per se, but it's just been working for me. I'll use Yuchi if I have to in a pinch as a tank, but besides that, I've just been cruising through. Now, something I did see, I will do more videos tomorrow. It's almost midnight here and I'm absolutely cooked, but tomorrow I will do some more videos and more guides and stuff like that. But I've just saw some people talking about combat, saying, you know, they don't really understand what's going on in combat and stuff like that. So I'll jump in and give you guys my general summary of the game, because it's one of those games where the combat is very overwhelming at the start. And if you're building a team and you don't have like some of these good units, just bring a healer, bring a tank, bring a DPS, and make sure you have a DPS. If you got an aerial enemies, make sure you can attack aerial enemies with one of your units at minimum. And then a striker is normally good enough for breaking shields. That's the basic gist. I'll do a whole video. But when we go into combat, because like I said, it is very complex. I think something that they would really benefit from adding, if we just jump in, I think they would benefit from adding something like having a blue aura around your characters and a red aura around enemies. Because I think the problem is once the battle starts, everything gets lost into the background. And that's what I really remember from when I first started playing. Now that I've played more, I'm more used to it. But I definitely think in the initial stages of the game, it was just a matter of like, because you got all these elemental reactions, you got all these bright lights, you got like everything just blends into one, and it's hard to actually see anything. So I think if they could add some sort of like if we look at these little triangle guys, that would be the easiest. Like just around the outside of them, they had like a red aura that was like a pretty bright red, so you could really distinctly see them. And then around our characters, like whether they had a green or a blue aura, so that you could always be seeing what interactive characters there are on the map. I think that would be a fantastic thing. But in general, when I jump into combat, you just put it on auto. Now the auto is sometimes really slow at using abilities, but I think the easiest way to do it is to just watch the bottom of the screen, and if you see someone's health dropping, then that's when they're in trouble, and you know you gotta click on them and you can just reposition them if you have to, or use abilities. Now the other thing is, because we do have limited usage on the skills as well, you don't want to be just like spamming skills willy-nilly. On these easy stages you can, it doesn't matter. For instance here, like, you know, there's nothing too hectic. I'm not going to run out of skill usages, so I can just go ahead and spam my skills as much as I want. But in general, dude, I love his ult. It is such a big range. But yeah, in general, I think auto is really fine. You can play it two ways. You can just watch the health bars to get an idea, or you can really just watch the map. It depends how far into it you are, but like watching the map and just watching positioning on your characters is a very important thing. Like you want to keep your tank up the front. Obviously I don't have a tank, but you can just watch the positioning, and you can actually click on the characters to then choose to move them. I think for your first couple of days, I wouldn't stress too heavy about like trying to know when I should activate what skill and what position I have to be in. Just know when you do activate a skill though, you do get the pause in the screen, so you can take some time to, you know, decide where you want to do it. Like if I want to put this barrier, you know, I don't really want to place this yet because we do have enemies. Just know you can do your repositioning as well while you do an attack, so you don't have to just hit reposition to reposition. You can reposition with using an ability, because after you reposition, you do go on cooldown from using an ability anyway. So we're just going to cancel that, because obviously we've got them dropping in. So now that they dropped in, we can do that. We can shimmy it around, and that's just like micromanaging optimization for damage and stuff like that. But like I said, for the early days and the early game, just slapping on auto should be good for a lot of people. Now her AoE, dude, her AoE, this is like such a satisfying thing. Oh, there's not enough enemies, dude. I've got shortened animations, dude. I love her animation. There's actually, honestly, a ton of amazing animations, but this is what I'm talking about. When you get to this kind of stage of the game, like even I look at this and I'm like, wow, I have no idea what's going on. How am I meant to control anything? So that's where I feel like maybe even a setting to dull everything else except for characters would be really handy, so that you could like completely dull the screen down so that you can still identify where the characters are. Because like I said, if you just use some basic attacks, it ain't too bad. But once you get a bunch of stuff on the field, it does get a bit overwhelming. But yeah, I think auto's perfectly fine for these early days, and then once we get into the later game, you'll get more comfortable with your teams, what's happening, what your characters are doing, and then you'll be a lot better off. But that is a look at it. That's what we're doing. Like I said, I'll have more guides coming out tomorrow, but go ahead, get your codes, get your freebies. That's my rerolled account. I'm pretty happy with it, to be honest. It ended up being not too bad after a pretty horrible stint of accounts. We finally got there on one of our emails, but that is going to be it for this one, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.